Let's tittle-tattle.
It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
What you got, buddy?
Do you think relinquishing play calls and hiring Bobby Petrino could save Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M next year?
Yeah. Bobby Petrino's awesome. Bobby Petrino, if I got to pick one offensive mind in all of football right now to go on my college team, Bobby Petrino, I love him. I mean, we had some issues at Arkansas, obviously. But it wasn't because of his play calling or what he did professionally. And yeah, he's a little prickly to deal with, and people don't like him as a person.
That's generous.
But you aren't dealing with someone who has to go and win a Boy Scout badge. And you know what? He'll stand up to Jimbo Fisher, too. Meaning, it's not going to be an OC that just comes in, and when Jimbo Fisher's like, I like to call plays right, I think he's going to get some pushback from Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
So it's amazing for Texas A&M. I actually hate it. I hate it for them. Because
it's going to make him better.
Yeah, we have to play him. And you don't think he wants to run up a 200-point tab on us? But I love Bobby Petrino. He was at Missouri State. He went to UNLV.
I know.
They hired him to be the OC a month ago, and then it was badoop. Now he's going to Texas A&M. Shady, but he's been known as Mr. Shady a long time.
On brand, 100%.
Yeah. So I guess no one's surprised. So it's just kind of a blip and on to the next. But yes, that is a massive, massive hire.
Agreed. All right, number 2, which quarterback do you trust more heading into Monday's championship, Stetson Bennett or Max Duggan?
Don't be a hater.
Well, I trust Stetson Bennett for what he's been able to do consistently. I don't think he can do ceiling what Max can do. But if I needed a quarterback to play out of their mind, I'd go to the TCU sideline and be like, Max, you're my guy. But who do I trust to be as consistent as they've been all year? Stetson Bennett's like 43.
Yeah.
He was born a year before I was. Like the guys,
Yeah.
I trust Stetson Bennett to do what he's brought in to do. He's not supposed to go out and throw for 390 yards. But I trust him to actually execute the game plan that Georgia wants to execute in order to have the best shot at winning. If I need to bring in one quarterback, I need him to play really well, play above. Like, we're counting on you. You got to win us the game. Well, then it's Max Duggan. But if you're asking me which quarterback do I trust, it's Stetson. He's been there.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's my answer to that. If I were drafting a quarterback, it's a different story.
That's what you mean by ceiling?
Ceiling is what's the highest he can get. In that game, if you need a really high ceiling, you definitely want a quarterback who can do more things. Run faster, throw harder, make better decisions. And that's the purple. Over on the red, you got a guy who's going to do everything consistently and solid because he's done it consistently. But he's not going to, again, throw and break any passing records or run a 93-yard quarterback draw and take it to the house. But I'm going to go Stetson Bennett. Now, you can blow the whistle on me, and I would understand your argument, but that's who I would trust more to execute the game plan that we think we need to execute in order to win.
I'm not blowing the whistle. I love Stetson Bennett. I think Georgia loves him, too. I think the team stands behind him. I think they respect him. He's a leader, dude. He may not look like a leader. He may not look like the greatest starting quarterback, but I love – I mean –
Why are you talking about what he looks like? I think he looks pretty good.
No, stop.
Take care of your accounting, too, if you want to.
He just doesn't look like a quarterback, but I love it. I think he's great, and that's the dude I want on my team.
But the dude I want on my team is not Stetson Bennett if I got to pick.
Yeah, well, out of the two.
Yeah, but I like him. And good. And Georgia's probably going to win, and that's that. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool if they didn't.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be cool. I'm rooting for Georgia. SEC guy. My homerism above
You lived
all.
in Texas for a long time, though.
But I don't care. TCU's a bunch of rich kids in my mind. But
are they all rich?
Yeah.
Private Christian school.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean the football players are. And I like an underdog, so if they did win, I wouldn't be that beat up. I'm not even going to bet that game.
Really? Even with like a big spread like that? See, that's why I would love to bet it with TCU. I feel like it's going to be closer than anyone thinks.
I did win a bunch of money on TCU covering.
Yeah.
But they won the game outright, but they were 5.5, 6.5 point dog. So it should be fun. What's the spread as of?
Well, that takes me to the next question then. As 12.5 point underdogs, do you think TCU is being unfairly disrespected?
I don't think unfairly, and I don't think it's disrespect. I think it's, you have to remember, Vegas doesn't actually want to predict the game. They want to predict what's that exact number that will get people betting 50-50. They're trying to find that sweet spot where if it's minus 12, half the people are going to go, that's a good number, I'm going to bet that on Georgia. That's going, oh, that's a good number, I'm going to bet that on TCU. Because if it's 50-50, Vegas or whomever wins because it costs a little bit to place a bet. So I don't think that it's a disrespect. Somebody going, we'll show those idiots.
Yeah, no.
It's a business decision. Now you can go, well, they're disrespecting us by not valuing what we really can do. That's not personal. And disrespect to me is personal. I think that Georgia will probably cover.
Does a wide spread like that fuel a team to be like, oh, okay, the numbers, the stats are saying we're not going to play a close game, but I disagree. Like, does it fuel them?
In the way of anything that quote unquote fuels, like once you get out there, it's kind of everything that you've prepared for. Can you go out and do it? How much do you know about what we're going to do, and how can you pivot if something goes that's not according to plan?
Yeah.
And then athleticism, etc. It could fuel you to prepare harder, but I don't buy into the hype of we're really mad and you're going to play all game mad. I do believe in you can be disrespected and you spent all week like practicing extra hard
Because you're
spending
mad.
extra time but I don't, at this stage, I don't think a spread is going to make them feel any different than the whole rest of the season and what everybody else is saying about them anyway. Nobody gives them a chance. But I do think that's been their narrative all year. They lost in that conference championship game. It's still crazy.
Yeah.
They almost
like
did
a long time ago.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
But once you get out there and you're playing, you're not in the middle of the third quarter.
Right,
and
you're not
like,
thinking about
I'm going to
that.
do it for the spread.
right.
Dude, I'll show Vegas today.
Watch this.
I'm going to get this for this. All right. Go ahead.
Do you think Georgia will officially take over as a new college football powerhouse if they win their back-to-back championship?
Oh man.
I'm going to say to everyday college football fans, yes. Because we're watching. They've won 2. They've been, but still to people who are moderate, light, and occasional football fans, no. Because it's so new money. Georgia's new money in football. Even with Mark Richt in the 90s, they weren't winning but they were good. But they're new money in championships. I mean, Clemson is semi-new money. Old money is Bama, Ohio State, USC. We could go down that list. That's old money.
Mm-hmm. Notre Dame.
That's
Old
money.
money.
Old.
Although they did go to, you forget that they've been to the national championship game and to the final. Yeah, so it's like, but still, I just think Notre Dame sucks. Even that.
Yeah.
They
I
suck
think everybody
for so
wants
long.
them to too.
Also, they were just so bad for so long. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, yes, to us, it's still Georgia and Alabama, but in that order now. But to people that aren't hardcore fans, I think it's still Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. Georgia's climbing, but they are not going to be the overall power that's just known as that because it's just new. People will call me new money sometimes, and try to be insulting to me. They're like, you're acting like on the internet. You're total new money. You're just new money. How disgusting. And I'm like, new money's all any money.
Yeah. I want new money.
You say wait? Are you saying I'm money?
Because that's cool.
This is awesome. And yeah, it's as new as it absolutely can be. Because that's even better. Because I had none. I came from none. Nobody said we want to help you get some. I'm as new money and as proud new money as I could possibly be. And I want people to see it and know they can also be new money.
Gosh, you're so right. Who wants to be old money? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you did nothing to get your money. That's just old money because it runs in your family. Everyone's rich.
Apparently, I do things that are uncouth.
Stop.
And they're like, oh, that's a total new money. Heck yeah, it is. Brand new money. They're minting that crap right now. That's how new it is.
Wow, that's cool, man.
I don't know how to handle it because I never had it. But it's an insult. Classic new money move. Yeah, you dang right it is. I'm just glad to have some money.
Put that A1 on that steak sauce, man.
That's right. Wait, what?
No, that's the no money of him.
Isn't that your thing?
No, that's the
A1 on
no
steak
money.
sauce.
Yeah, that's the no money.
No money.
There's a lot of that in there too. It's still like
That'll never go away.
88% no money, 10%. Oh, we don't have to go week to week, and then you got like 2%. Let's go, baby. That's new money. Okay, next one.
All right, going to the NFL. Which win and your in team are you most confident in heading to this weekend? Patriots at the Bills, Titans and Jags, which either one, or the Lions at the Packers?
You know what's interesting is whenever there's a tie in something in the NFL, I'm not the only one that does this. I think everybody does, but I just go to the quarterback because that's the position that gets to handle the ball the most. That's the position that can sometimes make a good meal out of dog crap. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was back and forth a lot. By the way, I remember all season long I said do not sleep on the Packers. And I had him. You guys made fun of me.
You kept saying that. We're like, that's stupid.
You made fun of me. I just said only because Rodgers is good. I think he can will it back. There was a week
And
where I
then-
was like, never mind.
And then we
But-
were saying, like, he's got no one, so who's he going to throw it to?
Exactly. So
He found them.
Watson.
I did miss on a couple things this season. We don't worry about that. But
I don't
But-
care about that.
for example,
No, we don't talk about that.
Mitch
stuff.
Trubisky, I was a Mitch Trubisky guy. Didn't really.
Baker, you came in strong with Baker.
Hey, I'm still Baker guy.
Oh my god. Hold on.
What he's doing with the Rams, actually pretty good. They're
What's he doing with the Rams? I'm not watching.
making them competitive,
Oh man.
motivating them.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with, and we can talk about these individually. With the Patriots, I don't know that Mac Jones ain't the guy, but with everything around him, he ain't the guy right now. Matt Patricia, fair or unfair, that offense has looked so mediocre where it just looks like a team that can score 13 a week.
It's bad.
Like, that's the best way to describe them. Like, you look at them and you go, I bet they can score 13 points this week.
Yeah.
Maybe a touchdown, a couple field goals. But I don't know that Mac Jones is not the guy. I think he's not in a system that allows him to have a shot at making the guy type plays. And I don't know whether I'd move from Mac Jones, but he's not here. No, the answer's not that, the Pats. Although I'm not totally anti-Pats. The Titans, that's going to be tough. They don't have a quarterback. Although they did look a little better last week because they could throw a little bit. But it ain't the Titans. Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville,
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that, and I do like him. And he's played really well most of the year, and he's playing really well right now. Strong Trevor Lawrence. Strong hair. I wish he would cut it, though. Now it's just gross. Yeah,
Really?
I don't like it
It's
anymore.
like you get to a
Just
certain
cut
age,
it.
you're like, all right,
Yeah,
just
just
cut
Like
it.
he's out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like long and straight, no body.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Troy Polamalu. Like that is
Oh
what I
my
would be if I had
gosh,
long hair.
That's cool. Yeah.
Beautiful hair.
So I do like the Jags, but it all goes back to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. They're hot. He's still top 3 quarterback, arguably in the league. Trevor, let's
Top
see.
3?
Let me go through this here. Mahomes,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Dak.
But that's tier 1. Those two.
No, Dak.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I didn't know. I just didn't want you to forget
Tier
that name.
1 is the, and I think Rodgers is in that next tier. That's still great, and at any time could be Hall of Fame capable during a single game.
Where's the GOAT in this? Because I know he hasn't had a great season.
He's in that
but-
second round
okay.
still because he can still throw, and with his offensive line's getting better. But in that second rung there, I'm putting Aaron Rodgers. I'm putting Tom Brady there still. I'm putting Lamar there healthy.
Ooh.
I'm going to San Diego.
Herbert.
And I'm putting Herbert and Burrow in there. Cincinnati.
Yeah. Where does Jalen Hurts fall? Has he proven anything yet to you?
I am going to put Jalen Hurts at the very, very top of that rung right below them. He easily can move into that second rung. One season doesn't do it for me. An excellent, awesome season. But one season, I don't think you move up into that second. And I barely will put, I said Burrow. Who else did I say?
Herbert.
I barely will put Herbert in there, but he's had a couple seasons where now, even though he's been hurt, I do put him in that second rung. But the question is Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That's who I believe in the most. Please, God, win, Packers.
Yeah, man.
You'll see why later. Please, God, win.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
All right, next one. Does Jalen Hurts, speaking of Hurts, need to play this weekend and get a victory for Philly to be confident heading to the playoffs?
It's kind of changed over the last few days.
I don't think he needs to. He was a limited participant practice, I saw. I don't think he needs to play and they win. I think they need to win if he plays or not, but I don't think him playing is going to make a difference on if he's good his first week back. I think if he's not 88%, don't play him. Even at 78%, I wouldn't play him.
Even if that means that you won't get your bye.
If they think they can win that game and they feel great about it with him and limiting him, but again, limited, you still can get hurt. You also can't play not to get hurt. But yes, I think you could play him, but I would just be very careful because you need him. You need him healthy regardless if he plays week 1 or he gets a week off.
Yeah, you'd rather have him more healthy in the playoffs
You'd rather lose
without a
this
bye.
game
Yeah.
and have him as healthy as possible in the playoffs than get a bye and have him not so healthy. My opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got 1 week to get better then, but coming off being hurt again, that ain't good. But I'm good with it. I think they're going to do great.
Yeah.
Go Philly. I hope they have fun too.
Oh yeah, have a good time while you're out
I
there
hope they
winning.
have fun, yeah. All right, what else?
Going to Vegas, do you believe Devontae Adams in his recent comments where he said he wants to stay with the Raiders no matter what happens with Derek Carr?
I don't think he really has a choice. He's in a contract, a pretty good one, with a pretty big signing bonus. It's going to be hard to get out of that. I mean, he could just start screaming, "I want out," which players do, and they can. It's player league. NBA really is.
Yeah.
NFL's getting that way. But I don't really see him as that guy. And I do believe it. It'd be interesting to see if you just asked him, would you go back to Green Bay?
That's a good question.
Because he did come to the Raiders. One, he wanted to be the guy, and the money was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
and back with Carr.
And Carr again. But I wonder if he'd go back to Green Bay because they both have had pretty rough seasons up until now.
Can you say something like that just to make your team feel like you want to be there? Just
I mean, Nick Saban's like, I will not coach the Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
He's playing for the Dolphins, or coaching the Dolphins. Coaches say that crap all the time.
yeah.
Players too. You just say it until it actually starts. Like, for example, for sure I'm going to be doing this show in a year.
I love that. That makes me feel good.
Like all the shows, the radio
Yes.
show, this show, for sure.
Yeah.
But do you really mean that?
I don't know, because stuff's coming up. But yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Anything else, Kevin?
Yeah, last one. Which NFC team do you think is most desperate for the number 1 seed and to get that home field advantage and to buy the Eagles, Cowboys, or Niners?
Desperation is the Eagles right now. They would love to have it and not have Jalen Hurts play and get their cake and eat it too, and give him another week to rest and not have to play him at all. That'd be amazing. So I think desperate is that. Then I would put the Cowboys right after that because they would just love to get a little further without having to play. Because they let us down constantly.
Yeah, they need it.
I love that. I like how you're talking, though.
Yeah,
you sound like
us.
a real Cowboys fan.
Us, for
Love
sure.
Can I ask a question about the Cowboys? Do y'all feel like Cowboys with the number 1 seed having a bye would almost be detrimental to them? Because they seem to, when they get that love
break.
at the top, they seem to blow it.
I think what's detrimental is them having to hear about they lose to Tom Brady every single time. And that's what would be the first round game for them, and probably will be. But the Cowboys are so sensitive in every way. So yes, Adam, the answer is yes, and it's detrimental to playing the
Guys,
first.
they're sensitive because their fans suck. Like everyone's just so down on them when they lose.
They're so passionate about
Well,
them because they are up and down. As a
Yes.
first-year Cowboys fan,
What are you noticing?
I'm noticing the passion level extreme on both ends. We're the greatest team, Super Bowl victory. We should not have a team take
We
their helmets.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but play Cooper. Forget fire Dak. Like, what are you talking about?
I think the Eagles probably won it the most, then the Cowboys, then the 49ers, who are like, we'll play 3 extra games. Let's go.
Oh my god.
No, like, we'll play on blacktop.
And we'll wear pads. You guys can wear pads. We won't wear pads.
Yes.
They're freaking ready to kill
They're a
somebody.
different breed.
I do have a Cowboys future that I bet a while ago
Super Bowl future.
to win it. I have a couple
I did
because
too.
if I make big, I had some big wins last night.
Hey boys, when he says big, he means big.
I had some big wins last night, and split second. I'm talking a fraction of a second from losing the game. I mean, it happened so tight. It was so ugly. It was so scary. And I have the video I'll post. But I'm looking at my futures here. I know I have Patrick. I have a Patrick Mahomes future. I'm gonna need you to help me out here and look up some of these stats. And we'll get to Adam's stats in just a second. And I may tell you what it is, and we'll look up the stats in just a minute. But you know what I like about DraftKings now too? They do the authentication where you have to put in the text as well, text number, so that way I don't feel like someone's gonna hack me all the time. But man, I hit hard. I hit hard last night. It's awesome. It's awesome winning money.
It really is, man. Or smiling more.
Oh my god. No, but I won money last night.
I know.
I can't promise anything, but I won money last night. Oh, it was awesome. The Cowboys, I have them at plus 900. So I bet $150. If they win the Super Bowl, when I bet this, it was $1,500. I won $1,500.
Man, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I have the Colts at plus 15,000 to win the Super Bowl.
You have a cash out on that one?
I bet $20 to win 3,000. It was right whenever they switched quarterbacks, and I was like, I'm going in.
This is when
Linger?
Matt Ryan went out and Ellinger came in. I was like, this is the key, baby.
Why not?
Hey, that one ain't happening. There's no future in that one. The Chiefs. I have 2 Chief from the beginning of the season when they were at plus 800, where I bet $100 twice, and each of them pay $900.
For the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
to win the Super Bowl.
I could actually cash out now where I bet 100 and make 150. If I just cashed out on a future, that's pretty good. But I'm not going to. So I got the Chiefs and the Cowboys. But when I make a bunch of money, I always put a little nibble back into a future. Long-term investment.
Yeah, that's like the tip.
I have Patrick Mahomes at plus 550 at the beginning of the year on regular season most passing yards. If you'll look and see what that is, Kevin, because I bet 100 to win 500. I have the Eagles most regular season wins
Wow, that's good.
from the beginning of the year, and I don't know where they stand overall. I know they're still in that mix, maybe tied, but
I think they're
Are they tied with the Bills and the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Chiefs.
so come back on that one. And then I have the Ravens as the AFC North winner from beginning of the season, and the Buccaneers as the Super Bowl champion because all the show put money in, and there's $500 in the Buccaneers from September 1st to win 4,000.
Oh yeah, I'm in on that one.
So
I do have a little.
those are my futures there. Are we done with Tittle Tattle questions?
Yes.
All right, that's Tittle Tattle.